Well, here it is, and this is how it goes. My life was totally fine with Dave and Janet and Charles and Christine up until kindergarten. When I was in kindergarten, Garth John Griggett took my pictures out of the office and brought them to his house and cut out one of the pictures and kept it for himself. I think he probably added that to a catalog of children. He was a teacher, and his wife was the assistant superintendent of the Yellowhead School Division. And he kept those pictures, and he kept on trying to drive spikes in my family to break it apart and get my dad chased out of Edson. They just used manipulative tools to do this, fucking exaggerating things that I would say to Robbie, who was his son. He had a son named Robert James Griggett in the same grade. And he used that as an excuse for why he took the pictures, even though my name is Wilkinson and it would have been at the last. And it's like, he also pretended he didn't look at the pictures and that he didn't know there was another Robert in the class, but he was well fucking aware of all this shit. So then my dad leaves around grade 5 or 4 or something like that. And this Garth John Griggett is using these pictures of me, maybe other kids too, because he was a fucking teacher. And he found somebody who wanted to rape a kid. And so he would kidnap me from school with his son, because we hated each other, Robert James Griggett and I, Robert David Clifford Wilkinson. We totally hated each other. But the school made us be friends, because we were both in French immersion in a small town of 8,000 people. There was only one French grade. And so they would manipulate us and fucking make us fucking hang out, and it didn't allow me to be myself. And so the first time, Garth takes me to his house with Robbie and we play, and then my mom's like, "Where is he?" And he's like, "Oh, I kidnapped him, ha ha ha." And they all laughed it off right that time, the first time. But then this happened multiple times where I was kidnapped by Garth. Then one Friday, I was kidnapped by Garth, put into a room in his basement where he had a fucking camera, and then another man came in and fucked me in the ass. Totally raped me. Then Garth recorded that tape to VHS, gave it to the man, and he took off. And he paid Garth a substantial amount of money. I told my mom about this, and instead of going to the police or anything, she decided to confront Garth, because they were only kind of friends. And Garth just said, "No, that didn't happen. No, he must be making things up. He must have been imagining. He must be dreaming." And so my mom just believed him and has been calling me a fucking liar ever since. Even got my sister to call me a liar, and my intense frustration, and I would go to my room and cry for days. And my sister would just call me Misty and make fun of me, because my eyes were always misty. Aha, oh, he's crying, haha. Yeah, well, I was crying because I was fucking raped in the ass, and there was never any justification for it. There was never any justice, is what I mean to say. There was no justification for it in the first place. I was a fucking child, and this guy fucking rapes. And so then, this is in their family, the Griggetts. There was a David Griggett who was in charge of a bunch of pedophile fucking websites, and he ended up going to Thailand and making child porn when Rob Griggett was also visiting him, and they were taking kids and making child porn. And then Dave's dead now. I heard something to do with his liver, but he could have been caught by the Thai government and fucking executed. I don't know. Who would keep me in the loop? I don't know where Robert James Griggett is these days. I know he's a fucking psychopath. After I was raped and after all this maiming, he made me suck his dick one time. Then at lunch hour, he forced himself to go to my house, and he'd fucking hit me and my buddy in the penis and fucking say penalization, and then hit us in the butt and say bummelization repeatedly, and we told the teachers about it, and they did fuck all, because his mom was the superintendent of the fucking school division. And it was my entire childhood completely destroyed by this, and the bullying and the stalking. Robert James Griggett stalked me for the not first, but between being 6 years old and 26 years old. Stalking being defined as obsessive harassment. It's just a fucking crazy fucking chapter in my life that I'm dealing with now in my 40s. I don't know if this is going to help anybody out there, but there is no justice. I've gone to a lawyer. They said they can't do anything about it. Went to the police. They fucking can't do anything about it. Nobody can fucking do anything about it. And here I am, completely frustrated. But I haven't broken mentally. I'm still okay. Like, would I like to kill them? Of course. Am I going to kill random people or molest children? Fuck no. That's not fair. I believe every child deserves a chance. But they took my chance from me. And there's nothing I can do about it. Brings me to tears. I don't know what to say. Anyway, that's how I was shoved under the fucking bus.